Are you ready to get into the rankings?
Yes. All right. Camp Rock official song rankings.
There's 11 of them. 11 songs.
Well, tell them why we're doing 11.
On the soundtrack, there's 12 songs, but one did not make it into the final movie. It's actually in the DVD, like the home release of Camp Rock, and it's in like the special features. But since it's not in the movie, we're not going to include it in the rankings.
And I'm okay with that. And also, I do want to remind you guys that I didn't even consider this a musical.
That's right. At the time of recording, you made your ranking an hour ago.
Moments before recording.
It was literal minute, like half seconds. You were like, okay, I'm done. Record.
So, just to let you know what I think of these songs. There it is. So, who wants to go first? We'll start from the bottom with number 11 and work our way up to the number 1 best song of Camp Rock.
I want to write down your list so I can...
You always write down my list. You don't want to be surprised.
I just, as you... Should I not?
No, you can do it, sure.
Okay. All right, number 11, I'll start. My number 11 is Who's Got What It Takes.
That's my number 11.
Okay.
Who's Got What It Takes.
It kind of comes out of nowhere for a character that we don't even know. It was like, oh, by the way, Mitchie, this is, I don't even remember her name. And she was just like, oh, nice to meet you. And then she just does this performance.
Yeah, we don't see her again, do we?
I'm trying to think. The only time we see her again is when Mitchie gets kicked out of Tessa's group and has to go sit with Caitlin. And at the table is her.
Okay. Does she perform in the final jam?
No. Because Hasta La Vista is that other girl. Is Ella? That's her name?
And
then
I don't even know the girls in Hasta La Vista. I thought it was the 2 guys.
It's the 2 guys, but it's like also because it's Tessa's 2 friends. It's Peggy and Ella. And Ella is the, was it the Asian girl? And she's in Hasta La Vista.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that she jumps in.
But I don't think she did Final Jam. No.
But either way, this song, when this came up, this is when I started thinking, oh, wait, are they trying to do a musical? Is this movie a musical? Because this is a musical number. This is how a musical would go. There's some choreography here. But the song is very short and not that fun.
No.
And I had to put it in the bottom. I'm sorry.
It comes out. The thing is like the purpose of a song in a musical also is to, I guess, like it's also to showcase something. This is a character we really only see for this musical number. It's not like, hey, here is this really talented camper that's also here with us, and then she's like a mentor or a friend or kind of thing. She doesn't really have any impact on the movie after that. And then just the song itself to me is not that good. I really don't like the way it starts. Like I'll be listening to this. I was listening to the soundtrack this week trying to make my list because I made my list ahead of time. And
I didn't know we were making a list.
I assumed that because High School Camp Rock is
6 hours of sleep
is a musical. Yeah, 6. I assume because Camp Rock is a musical, we would be ranking the songs.
No, yeah, you're right. We had to have this discussion because it's important we do this because we don't want to let down the Camp Rockers.
So true. Right? So true. Can't let them down.
So we're going to do this list justice, okay? I really did think about my list, even though I did it moments before we started recording.
Yeah. You took a good amount of time with it.
Yeah.
But when I was listening to the soundtrack and I always have my music on shuffle. But when I go from, let's say, with just We Rock, and then it immediately goes to like, who's got, I always like get a little jump scare. I skip hard, but like I get a little jump scare and then I'm like, boom. No, not that song.
Okay.
So I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, that's really all I got to say about it too. It's just not that fun. Doesn't last very long. and I don't think it even connects all that much to the story.
Not at all.
And it doesn't have to. It's just nice if it does. But that's it.
All right, number 10.
Mine is Hasta la Vista.
Ooh.
What about yours?
Okay. Mine's is Too Cool.
Okay. So, Too Cool and What It Takes was your two where you were thinking which one's worse?
There's actually 3 that I was struggling to like which was worse, but I ended up with the bottom 3 I have right now.
Okay. Mine is like a bottom 6, to be honest.
I didn't want to go that far, but yeah. I don't like the songs until we start getting to number 5 and up.
Yeah. I can even cut mine off to top 3.
Yep, yeah. Yeah. I like the songs from 5 and up, but I really like top 3. They're the good stuff.
So yeah, what don't you like about Too Cool?
I feel like if she was just, if this was a realistic, even if it's like not a decom, or if this was a more well-written decom, she would get roasted for this song. Singing about how like, I'm too cool for my dress, then why are you wearing it? I'm too cool for, I'm trying to think of like what else she says in the lyrics, but she's saying like, I'm too cool for you. And she's doing the most uncoolest dance moves, the uncoolest vocals.
This is post shoulder injury.
This is post shoulder. She dislocated her shoulder for this song. That is uncool.
Oh no, wait. Yeah, I'm confusing it. Yeah. I thought 2 stars.
2
was
stars and Too Cool. Hey, I just noticed the 2s here.
No, I know exactly what the song sounds like, but in my head I was picturing the 2 stars set.
Yeah. No, this is the Campfire Jam.
Yeah, this is where she went all out with the shoulder banging.
Oh yeah. That's that whole like,
them.
You think you're hot, but I'm sorry you're not. And I'm like, okay, chill. Calm down, girl. I feel like anybody else in the audience like would have been roasting her, or would have been like, really? The outfits. And then also the song composition itself, it's got that really, I don't know, it gave me trying Britney Spears vibes. It's not Britney Spears because she does it well, but like they were trying to go for that kind of pop, electric pop, and it just didn't work. But I think that kind of attests to her character, because she's trying to be like a Britney Spears-esque, like, because her mom is like a pop star, like super Grammy award winning singer. So I think she's trying to like mirror some of the trends that were going on in music at the time, but she's just not doing it well, even with the song sound itself.
Again, we were talking about this where I don't know if in the movie universe this is cool. I don't know if she sounds good or not in the movie universe. I just know to us it doesn't sound good. And is this the only song that uses autotune?
Doesn't 2 Stars also use autotune?
Oh, well, her, Tessa's songs have to be pitch corrected. But
I feel like...
But this is obvious. Even if the other ones do use it, a little bit of touches here and there, this is...
blatant.
Yeah, and this is supposed to feel like you're at a camp and they're singing into the mic. Unless she's using a T-Pain mic and it comes automatically auto-tuned, then I get that. But this one is obvious.
She's also not a great singer. Sorry, Megan Martin.
She's probably gotten better by now. I hope. I don't know if she's trying to...
It's just like, even Sharpay, I kind of ripped on Bops at the top, but I can acknowledge Ashley Tisdale is a good singer.
Thank you. I agree.
Megan Martin doesn't have the vocals to bring it.
I'm playing it in the background right now. I'm trying to see where her shoulder pops. That's kind of crazy though, right? Like, how can she be swinging it around that hard?
Unless she's pretty brittle as a girl, as a person.
But even then, how can you...
How many times, I wonder, did they film that she dislocated it?
She is putting a lot of energy into this dance.
You gotta give it to her. She committed. Even if it means she dislocated her shoulder.
But yeah, Too Cool. Yeah, I don't think is all that good either. It's a little bit higher on my list. We'll get to it when we get to it. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's just
Give me your reasoning for Hasta La Vista.
Hasta La Vista is just kind of lame. Honestly, it's the only reason this was my bottom two where I'm like, oh, which one's worse, What It Takes or Hasta La Vista? The only reason Hasta La Vista took a higher ranking is because it had trampolines in it and it was a little bit more exciting. But yeah, it's it's what I would show, or no, even better. I feel like if there was a video essay channel on YouTube like bashing Disney Channel movies, they'll use this as an example of how bad it could be. They'll play a clip of Hasta La Vista to show you like how cheesy or whatever it could be. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense or no?
Yeah, I see it.
Like I would not show. I would show this movie to other people to show them like, hey, Disney Channel movies, they're kind of charming and cheesy in a way, but I wouldn't show like this singular video of like, hey, look how cool this songs could be.
You're just like, oh, it gets better. Like after this, like just sit through this song.
Trust me, it gets better.
It gets better.
But yeah, that's that.
All right. Number 9.
You go.
My number 9 is Here I Am.
Here I Am. Okay.
Yeah.
So you really didn't like it?
Yeah.
What about it didn't you like?
One of the things that bothered me is that she's strumming the guitar in the scene and she's not doing chord progression.
Oh yeah.
But that's a nitpick. But that was one of the ones that I was like, girl, you're not even playing. Also, I don't know. I feel like it's a very produced song. And I go back to my High School Musical 3 definition of produced.
And what's that?
That it was written. It feels more like this was a song that was written for somebody on the radio. It didn't make the cut. And when the people were getting their songs together for this album and for this movie, they had it like lying around like, oh, hey, this one was rejected by insert artist here. Let's just throw it in and we'll have this song happen in Final Jam or something. We need a song for Final Jam. We need somebody to like sing this song for Final Jam. Because it also,
so it just felt out of place? It wasn't made for this movie?
It felt out of place. It also felt... Another thing too is the actress doesn't even sing the song. You could really tell she's lip singing. And I didn't get the emotional impact they wanted us to have. I didn't like the song itself. It's not that catchy. The vocals are not that great. It's not even like a pretty song too. And when I say pretty, I mean something like what I've been looking for, because it's also a slow song. It's just guitar. And like what I've been looking for, Gabriella and Troy, is just piano and it's just them singing softly. But this doesn't, it didn't even feel, it wasn't even nice. Like it wasn't even a nice sounding song to me.
I'll say I agree with you on your definition of produced song. And it definitely feels like this is a song that's gonna get them. This is a song that is gonna tug on their heartstrings a little bit. We want this to be her moment to
shine,
to express herself.
Yeah.
Now it's supposed to be the song. And did it nail it? No, not really.
No.
But I was a little bit more lenient on it. You'll see when it's coming up. My number 9 was 2 stars.
Okay. Yeah.
This is another one where it's just not that fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Even when I saw the name of it, I couldn't even think of when she says 2 stars in the song until I heard it again.
Yeah. I forgot the name of it. When I was making my list, I was watching the movie, and I think she says in the beginning like "wake up" or something. So that's what I wrote in the list. I was like, okay,
yeah.
It's called "Wake Up."
I do like the mirror choreography. I was trying to catch the cameraman somewhere there. I couldn't find it.
You always do that with mirrors.
But I didn't watch it in 0.25% speed, so I wasn't really trying to catch it that hard. But
you got to analyze.
Yeah, But outside of that, eh, not special. It's not special, Caroline.
It's not. You know what though? It does kind of give us a little bit of an insight into her, what they were trying to do with her character. Because the song, if you look at the lyrics, you could interpret it as that's her singing about like her mom and her.
Yeah.
And that I think serves as a better purpose for her character than Too Cool. But yeah, it's just it's almost similar to Too Cool. They have like the same sound. It's hard to differentiate which is what.
It's a little similar, yeah. And it's interesting you brought it up that way because I didn't think about it like that. But yeah, Too Cool is her persona generally to most people, and then 2 Stars is a little bit more of her real story.
That's the inner Tess.
Yeah. But I wasn't buying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was fine. I'm not going to be listening to that again. Let's move on.
Number 8.
Who goes?
You.
Me? Mm-hmm. Number 8 is Too Cool.
All right.
Number 8 is Too Cool. Yeah. So I don't think this song is all that good, but I'd rather listen to it over the last 3 songs I mentioned. Hasta La Vista, What It Takes, and 2 Stars.
Interesting.
And only for the fact that the chorus is a little catchy. It is. And it's just, if you're watching the video, it's at least entertaining. They're just like...
They're doing like go-go dancer kind of moves.
Yeah, go-go dancer. They're all sparkly.
Demi's in it.
Pops her shoulder out of her socket.
To be fair, Demi's in it. That's another thing. It's like, hey.
Yeah, that elevates it at least a little bit.
It's my girl.
So I'll give it that. But it's not that much better. But if I had to choose of these 4 so far, I'd rather listen to Too Cool.
Okay. All right.
What's your number 8?
My number 8 is 2 Stars.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
So we had a reverse order.
A little bit, yeah. We had it reverse. Yeah. Mine's is the same reason. I would hear 2 Stars over Too Cool.
I don't even know the chorus for 2 Stars.
It's that. I always think of because she says like, "Come on, come on, come on."
Okay.
I always think of, I don't know why I think of like bring it in from
Good talk, bring it in.
That's what I think, because she does like the same kind of motions with her hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like honestly, I think it's just because it's a better scene in the movie over Too Cool. Too Cool, I was nitpicking it too much. I was like, girl, you ain't. But 2 Stars, you do see the more vulnerable side. You kind of get it. Like, okay, she wishes she had a better relationship with her mom, and the set design and like the choreography is just better to look at. It was a more entertaining scene. And so that's why it just elevates a little bit higher than Too Cool for me.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to number 7.
Number 7, I think it's me.
Okay.
Hasta La Vista.
All right. So you put it pretty high.
You know, sometimes it's a little catchy. When I was hearing it on Spotify, it took me a little bit longer to skip.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was still skipping it. I wasn't hearing the whole song, but I was still listening to about a minute of it. It was okay. So just for that, I was skipping like from 8 and down. I was skipping. I was like, nah, when I was hearing them back. But Hasta La Vista, I was like, all right, it's okay. It's all right. And then
it's just a little too all over the place. I feel like they're even switching genres.
Yeah,
of music.
I definitely agree with that. Yes, they're like doing a hip hop and then kind of a pop and then kind of a. Am I getting like a little bit of a Spanish vibe from it? Just a little bit.
It's called Hasta La Vista.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, it is. You're right, but they really were trying to be everywhere with that song.
Yeah,
it is a really. I like the scene because it's got a lot going on. You got the trampolines, the fire. They're going in the crowd. They have like that aisle, the riser down the middle. Yeah. You know, it looked like they were having a good time.
I like that Ellie. That's her name, right? Ellie.
Ella. Yeah.
I like that she joins them. That's
cool.
Yeah,
she was able to get out from under Tess, do her own thing.
She broke free.
Soaring. Flying. All right, what's your number 7?
Mine is Here I Am.
Okay.
Mine was Here I Am. And I put it there. You know, I normally don't like the slow songs. I told you that.
Yeah.
But I was trying to look at it in a way of like, I know what they want this song to represent, and they didn't do it all that right. But I still liked it anyway, because what happened around it, I did like that she had the courage to step up. She's participating as a solo act. It's not her singing, but in the movie, it's her singing and her playing the guitar. And you know what? It's nice enough. I think it's nice enough. And I'm not basing my whole list of like, I would listen to this over that or this over that, because Too Cool, I would listen to Too Cool over Here I Am. It's because it's just catchier. But I just think Here I Am was nicer. I think it was better fit for the movie. And I love that she won. I really do. While we were watching it for our decom night, I thought it was the coolest thing to let her win. It was almost like it's almost like she had her own movie. She was a main character of her own movie, and we could have watched a movie about her kind of going through Demi's arc as well. Like, she had to break free from Tess as well. And except she's the one that won Final Jam.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty nice.
It did remind me, there's a movie that Hilary Duff did around that era where she goes to, it's almost the story of Camp Rock. She goes to, but it's more of like she goes to a school. I don't know if it's a high school or a college, but she goes to a school for music. And she's like a singer, and it's got the same kind of story, really. And it even has the same twist at the end where it's like this huge performance. Whoever wins this like final jam kind of thing at this school, though, gets a record deal. So there is a little bit more. Oh, Raise Your Voice. It's called Raise Your Voice. And so there's a little bit more at stake for the win. But I remember, you're obviously watching the movie and you're rooting for Hilary Duff. But the winner ends up being like a friend of hers that like came out of her shell and did this performance that wowed everybody. That was completely unexpected. You didn't think she was going to perform because she was like there to be training for an orchestra and stuff. And so I remember when I watched Camp Rock and that ending happened, it reminded me of that movie.
I think that's a good little twist, if you want to call it that.
I think if they maybe just as a movie overall, if they had done a little bit more to highlight that, or to at least like, I don't know, get us a little bit more on her side and stuff. Because for me, at least, it came out of nowhere and there wasn't enough build up to it. But you're right.
That's probably their goal, to not
build her up too much.
Yeah, not let you catch on that was going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you know what makes me think they didn't really plan for that? The flashbacks. There was those weird flashbacks while she was singing to like her time practicing with Tess. And I don't know what that was about. I guess it was to show us that, this is what she's singing about. And
she was depressed.
Yeah, I don't think it was necessary to show that. But it's just a reminder, hey, she went through this journey as well.
They were writing the movie as they filmed this movie.
Yeah, especially with that Tess and the stealing the song plot.
And dislocating her shoulder. They're like, crap, we can't film a lot with her now.
That's been the most surprising thing to me. How do you move your shoulder so hard that it pops out? Pah!
I'm too cool.
It blows up.
Your shoulder socket does.
All right, let's move on to number 6.
Number 6, you.
Start the Party.
That's mine. Start the Party.
This is the dance class one.
Start the Party. It's not sang by anybody.
Nobody's singing it. It's played in the background.
When Shane really is giving his dancing lessons. Be honest, do you think those dance moves were cool?
I'm trying to remember some of what happened. I don't think a lot of the dancing was all that good in general for this movie.
Which is so surprising because Alison Stoner is right there.
She's right there.
She's right there.
But I'm telling you, Camp Rock 2.
Yeah.
Dancing is on point. It is great.
Yeah. We'll
get to
that.
It later. We'll see.
We'll get to that next time.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I would say no. Overall, no. I think it's like very... I feel like they didn't commit enough. It was like halfway okay dancing.
I feel like that's what they thought kids thought was cool.
Maybe. That's usually what happens with these movies.
Yeah.
They're usually out of touch.
On the soundtrack, though, the song is really repetitive. There's really no, like, you get like a verse, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus, kind of thing. This is really just, let's start the party, and like it's that for 2 minutes.
This is all. I think I was thinking of Summertime. Like, it's almost on the same BPM or something. This is what made me think this could have snuck in. They could have snuck in a High School Musical song instead. It would have been better.
It does feel like a Corbin Bleu kind of song.
Yeah.
What was that one he did?
Push it
yes.
to the limit.
Cause we're in it to win it. Is this the guy that wrote it? Cause that guy did work on this.
I don't know.
Oh, this is the guy that did The Boys Are Back. And
Oh, that makes sense.
Start the Party is written by
The Boys Are Back.
He did, but We're All in This Together. What time is it? I Don't Dance. The Start of Something New. The I Want It All. And
I want it.
And High School Musical, the song, and The Boys Are Back.
He has a really mixed
and he did
portfolio of songs.
He did write Push It to the Limit.
Wow, we're onto something here.
He also wrote, by the way, Kelly Clarkson's Breakaway. That was like the biggest song of 2006.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, man. Wow.
Maybe we underestimated the song a little bit. No, I'm sticking at 6.
No, I'm leaving it at 6.
But it has the same feel as all those songs. Except, I want it all.
But you think, could this song have been elevated if it was performed in High School Musical?
Yeah.
It was in the High School Musical world?
I'm not even going to lie. Like, absolutely. This would not be a number 6 song if it was in High School Musical.
See Troy Bolton, Chad, Gabriella,
start the party.
Sharpay, everybody dancing with this.
This should have been their prom song.
Yeah.
What you waiting for?
It would have been probably like my number 2.
It would have been right underneath the Troy and Gabriella song for me.
I'm confident in my decision with number 6.
Me too.
Okay.
Number 5. My number 5 is Who Will I Be?
My number 5 is Who Will I Be?
Oh, we're syncing up.
Yeah.
Syncing up.
Something's happening.
Demi Lovato. I love any song Demi Lovato is in. Like, just already. I was not going to put any song with Demi in the bottom. That's just matter of fact. And
her voice alone carries any terrible song.
Anything. And she could probably make Too Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that would even be fair. That'd be number 1.
Yeah.
That'd be the number 1 song.
Yeah. If Demi was singing it, absolutely. But Who Will I Be? It's also, I think, the shortest song in the movie. It's really only out for like 30.
Yeah, it plays for the shortest amount of time.
Yeah. And which is also kind of, I feel like it could have been longer. I feel like they could have made it a musical number in and of itself to introduce us to Mitchie as a character and things like that. But they do. It's just shorter. I would have just liked it to be longer. Had its own moment, like the start of something new kind of thing. But it's okay.
But you see, this is what confused me about it. We already went over the 2 songs that don't get sung in the movie. It's played in the background of the movie. Why couldn't they just sing it? Mitchie could have got out of bed, started singing that song. Right?
She sings it a little bit in a scene where she's on the piano and when she picks out what she's wearing. But she doesn't.
Not enough for me.
Yeah, it's not a scene where you're right. Like, she gets out of bed and she starts being like, "Who will I be?" And it's like, no.
And Start the Party, everyone could have been singing in that dance class.
I feel like they could have gotten Joe Jonas to sing that song. That could have been his bit on it.
Of course. So, I don't know. Some weird decisions with that.
Yeah.
And that's what made me think, is this a musical?
It is.
Or does it have some people singing in a movie? You know? There's a limit. There's a limit.
It's a musical, Tone. It's a musical.
There's movies where people sing in them, and then there's musicals.
Like, Coco is a movie where people sing in it, but Encanto is a musical.
Yes. Exactly right. So, is this a movie where people sing in it?
No, it's a musical.
Okay.
There's
we'll move on to number 4.
Than 2 songs.
Caroline, honestly, in my head, I thought it was 1 song. And that one song is my number one song.
You're spoiling it.
You already know. There's no chance.
I'm
There's no
trying to
chance
keep an
anything
air
else.
of mystery for something. Number 4.
Number 4.
My number 4.
Is it me now?
I think
Oh,
it's
you?
Is it you or me? I think it's you. Go
It
ahead.
doesn't matter. We rock.
We rock. It's
Is number 4. What did you put?
Mine is We Rock.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You saw my list.
Nah.
I know.
You made it right before we recorded.
Yeah, We Rock. It's a good finisher.
You know
ending
what?
song,
It really is a good finisher. I like it.
Yeah.
We put our hands up. Da-na-na-na-na. It's got a good beat to it. It's got a good melody.
It's exciting. It's fun.
Usually,
if you get it just right, the finishers could be the number 1 song.
Yeah. This was because We're All in This Together is very high school. You got the whistle, the cheer, it fits the theme of the movie. You would hear We're All in This Together, and then that's that fits to the title, High School Musical. We Rock does the same thing. It's when you hear camp rock and then you hear We Rock, yes, that ties in really well.
Even though it could have been more rock.
Yeah, you're right. This is pop rock. I think
pop rock.
Any of the rock in this movie is pop rock. It's not rock.
There's barely any
actual rock. Yeah.
If you want real rock, that's the school rock, baby. That's what we got.
When I was watching this, I was like, I bet you Tony's gonna make a School of Rock reference at some point.
That's interesting that you say that because I didn't even know I was gonna mention School of Rock.
I just knew it.
I was not planning on that. I was not.
You weren't, but I was, and I hedged my bets well.
We'll see at some point. At some point, the stars will align for that. Let's go to number 3.
Number 3, for me, it's Gotta Find You.
Number 3 for me is Gotta Find You.
Yeah! Yeah! We're in sync. I already know.
I think this is perfectly lined up.
I already know for number 2 and number 1.
If you don't have my number 2 and number 1, you're wrong. That's what I'm saying right now. I'm so confident in this.
I'm just outright wrong.
Your list is completely wrong.
Can we just say it and then we'll talk about the 3 songs as we need?
You want to talk about them all together?
Just give the reveal for 2 and 1, and then we'll go through it like 3, 2, and then 1.
All right. So my top 3 from 3 to 1 is Gotta Find You, then Play My Music, and then This Is Me.
We have a winner. Exactly.
You have the same one?
That's exactly my list.
All right. So we have the same list starting from what, 6 or 7? No, 5.
1 to 6, and then 7 and down, it starts getting kind of murky.
Wow, look at that. All right, so let's start from 3 to 3, 2, 1, right?
Yeah, 3. Gotta Find You. It's nice. It's Joe Jonas. Where do you go wrong with Joe Jonas?
It sounds great, but This Is Me is so much better when they put the songs together.
We needed Gotta Find You for the build-up of This Is Me.
Yeah.
Gotta Find You had to take the hit because This Is Me is oof. Once you hear the tie-in, so good.
But Gotta Find You is really good. It's not even like it can barely stand on its own. It's a great song on its own.
I also feel like it's kind of a Little Mermaid song out of context.
Really?
You remember Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
The prince is like looking for the voice.
Yeah.
This is...
Oh, yeah. You think it's a little reference?
I don't know if it's a reference, but I just feel like this song could fit in The Little Mermaid.
I can see that.
It's cute. I like it. I do remember...
It was done pretty well. I like the lyrics. I like how it's played. The classic, play the guitar for a girl that you're interested in.
Yep.
She listens. I don't know if it's awkward for her to sit for 3 minutes.
I was thinking it was a little awkward in that scene because you can even tell she's smiling and you can tell she's feeling a little awkward.
I was thinking that for a moment, but then I stopped and I'm like, nah, it's probably really nice. You know, if they're singing a very beautiful song, you kind of just get lost in the song. But maybe if it's bad and you're like, oh boy, I gotta sit. How much longer is this gonna take? All right, just keep smiling, Just
look around. Don't make eye contact. Also, they weren't really dating yet. I want to believe that this was like one of their flirting moments before The dating.
Oh yeah, I saw Joe's eyes.
The connection.
Yeah. He turned it all the way up.
He wrote that for her. He wrote that for Demi.
he didn't have to make this up. He was thinking from the heart.
We're like,
the producers came to him. We're like, "Hey, this is a song you're gonna sing." No, I got this.
I'm already writing it.
I'll write it myself. I saw the girl you casted. Trust me, I got it song in my head.
This is the guy who wrote like Jesse McCartney. I don't know if you ever heard "Beautiful Soul" back in the day. That was like Jesse McCartney's big hit.
It sounds familiar.
That's that like I don't want another pretty face. That one. Like
yeah.
It feels like Gotta Find You. They're on the same vein.
Yeah. It's a very good song.
He also wrote Gotta Go My Own Way.
Oh. How did he mess up so bad?
I had to calm myself for that. Wow. The amount of rage I felt in a single moment. How dare you?
Did you have your coffee?
Yes, this morning at 8 a.m.
All right, so you're toned down then?
Yes.
All right, good.
Number 2, play my music.
Play my music.
I have a confession. And just
here we go. Do you like the Jonas Brothers?
Yes.
Here's a confession no one would have guessed. I was a big fan of the Jonas Brothers.
In the year of 2008, in my preteen era, I was a giant.
I was a teenage girl who liked the Jonas Brothers. I'm sorry.
I had their posters on my wall. I used to cut like their pictures out of Tiger Beat magazine and thumbtack them on my wall and everything.
Was this a confession, or this is the additional confession to the first one?
No, the thing is, I agree and I fully like support This Is Me is the best song in the soundtrack, but Play My Music is my favorite song.
I got that. Okay.
I like it a lot. I was even, when I was waiting for you to get on to record, I had it like on repeat on my Spotify. I was jamming out to it.
This is a fun song.
It's a so fun song.
It's really cool. This is a song I would play to show people like, hey, this is a decom song.
Absolutely.
They're really good.
Absolutely. The Jonas Brothers are just magic. Nick has great vocals. And whenever he comes in to sing, it's like, oh yes, crank up the volume.
And did this song come out of this movie, or was this a song they made that they brought to the movie?
No, this was made for this movie, because typically the Jonas Brothers write their own music. I think they even said Nick is the songwriter, but no, this was done by the same person who wrote We Rock.
I kind of like that idea. I kind of want to write songs and give it to people who know how to sing.
That's
like, kind of fun.
That's what Jesse McCartney does now. He's a songwriter. He did like Leona Lewis, Bleeding Love. Remember that song?
Not at all. Doesn't even sound familiar.
It was a big song, Tone. That's that I keep bleeding love.
Oh.
Yeah. He wrote that. But that's what he does now. He's a songwriter.
Hey, good for him.
And another fun fact, her name is Cara DioGuardi, and she is also the songwriter for Hilary Duff. She did a lot of the popular Hilary Duff songs. She did another song for Demi Lovato. It's called The Middle. And then she did...
Oh, I like The Middle.
Yes.
Wait, yes.
And then it was a really popular song called Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. That's like the song that you'll see in all the Hallmark romantic movies, and I don't know, I feel like that's like a girl song. Any girl that wants to feel empowerment or be like, yeah, they jam out, it's Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten.
Do you have a confession to make that you like this song a lot?
I was definitely down with it when it came out. It was big.
You down with it?
I was down with it.
All right.
But yeah, Cara DioGuardi did a great job. She's obviously a really good songwriter, and she hit it with Play My Music. This was a really good song. But I was the same as you, though. I thought it was written by the Jonas Brothers. This is just like along their...
It sounds like one of their songs.
It sounds like a song that was like included in their CDs and stuff. And they were just like, hey, we'll bring our own stuff here. Like, we got it. But this one fits, and it fits really well for them.
They were performing it very well too. They're like very into the, mic grabbing,
Oh,
stand
they're
moving around.
professionals. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
Oh
great.
yeah. Such a fun scene and everything. I got excited when I was like, oh, they're gonna sing. It's like, yes.
Yeah, it's an actual show, an actual
Yeah.
song that's being sung within the reality of the movie.
Yeah, I just imagine like the cast and crew were getting together to watch this scene, and like it was a
Yeah,
performance and a scene.
but you're right. These guys are professionals. They got actual good singers to be in the song, to be in the
Good
movie.
performers too. They
Yeah.
go on tour, they've done concerts.
But you know what? Not the best actors. We just vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's
The limo
okay.
scene, the phone call by the pool scene.
Even them calling each other by different names other than Joe, Nick, and Kevin was really weird.
I don't know if anybody really stood out, because even Demi, as great as she is to see on screen, all the dialogue I was thinking it's like very old school video game dialogue. It's like, hey, welcome to Camp Rock. Thanks, this is my first time here. What should I be on the lookout for? Well, I don't know. Good food. I don't know. But it was just like that. It was just like very dry and just, I spoke, now you talk. All right, now you talk. All right, we're done.
We have remembered our lines that they told us to say.
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
Was it, and this is another thing I thought of too, was it as enjoyable to watch on your own versus when we saw it?
No.
This is when the true quality of the movies get highlighted, when you watch them on your own.
When you watch it with friends, I feel like any movie is enjoyable when you watch it with friends.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I was telling you. That movie with, what's his name? Phil of the Future, and, Davy's movie.
Pixel Perfect.
Pixel Perfect. Watch it on your own, Caroline.
Sorry, Davey.
Caroline, watch it on your own and you'll see the quality of that movie.
I might have to, because I do hold on to that. I think Pixel Perfect is a good movie, but all right, one of these days.
I don't. I could see through it. I enjoyed myself watching it with you guys, but I saw the quality.
That's a movie that has music in it, but is not a musical.
It does. They have I forgot what she was, like computer generated.
It's a hologram.
Oh yeah. Specifically designed to be a great singer.
She's a holographic pop star. She's like Hatsune Miku.
She's like
but she's also like AI. She's like Cortana.
Except in the new show.
I don't know.
You want to talk about This Is Me?
Yeah, please. I don't know what's going on over there.
So This Is Me.
Clearly the best song in the soundtrack.
Easily the best song. And
Demi Lovato, those vocals, the power, the performance.
Yeah. The way it starts, her looking towards the back of the stage.
She looks very timid. She's got her back to the audience too for like a couple of parts, and then turns around, does the reveal, and just gives it all she's got.
It's so good. It stands among the best of DComs.
Absolutely. If we were to rank
all the
DCOM songs, it would be higher than High School Musical songs. Some of them.
Oh, some of them, yeah, of course.
Yeah, not all of them, but some of them. She would easily, like, this song would easily top a good 60% of High School Musical songs.
It's because it's her voice, first of all. She's a very good singer.
Absolutely.
I like the lyrics. And then, of course, when Joe jumps in, it gets even better.
I have to sing that part out loud. I can't, like, be quiet for that part of the song. It's so good.
And then when they're walking towards each other, is epic. And then the Michael Bay surround camera.
The camera turning, Matrix style.
Yeah. It's really good. And the harmonizing, of course, when one is singing and then the other one's singing.
That's what I'm saying. These two are like the best vocalists that DComs have ever had. Because even I think her voice is better than Vanessa Hudgens, and his voice is better than Zac Efron's. It's just
I agree with those.
Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens just had good songs to sing. That's why like their songs are rated so high. But Joe Jonas and Demi Lovato are the best.
I think Gotta Go My Own Way would have been better with Demi singing it.
Oh, I'm not gonna argue that. Absolutely. I already think that Gotta Go My Own Way is a good song. It would be the best song if Demi Lovato was singing
It would
it.
be like Infinity War status. It'd be so good.
It would be even higher than that if she sang it to the boobs, but yeah.
Everyone in the universe would have ranked this as their number one.
Absolutely.
Any galaxy they come from, it would have been their number one
Any
song.
planetary systems that heard that song.
Any dimension that heard this. In any timeline, Caroline.
Any multiverse.
Any Tesseract, fourth dimension that they heard of it, would have loved this song, and Demi sang it.
And that's a fact. That's an absolute fact.
We checked.
Just got the results in from the TVA. It's confirmed.
Now, hold on. So, would it be the best if it was a Demi and Zach, or should it be Demi and Joe?
Demi and Joe.
Yeah, they would have done a better.
What
Gotta Go My
about
Own Way.
us? Yes.
You think so?
Demi and Joe has to be.
I think it's so.
You
I
got
think
that
Demi and Zach would
harmonizing?
have also. Yeah,
That harmonization. Their voices just fit.
it's true. It's true. This is an interesting conversation about song swapping.
We need to go to the Earth 2 where Demi Lovato and Joe Jonas are
Married.
Troy and Gabriella in High School Musical.
Joe and Demi in High School Musical, and then Zach and Vanessa in Camp Rock.
I don't think their careers would have taken off as they did if they were in Camp Rock.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Singing the same songs.
No.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, that's not even fair. I don't want to visit that Earth.
No, I want to see Demi and Joe as Troy and Gabriella.
All in this together would have been.
Oh.
Wait, could Joe dance?
I don't think he can. I think he can
I don't
now.
dance. I know you can.
Not a chance, no. I think
You
he can
better know.
now because you haven't tried. Oh, you're gonna get me back on the High School Musical bed.
Let's just rank High School Musical again.
Let's just have another reason to listen to the soundtrack all over again. I love I Don't
But what
Dance.
now? What he's been practicing his dance moves.
He's in
Is that what you're gonna say?
He was in a band because before when Jonas Brothers were going through their break and they were all becoming adults, he was in a band called DNCE. They did like Cake by the Ocean. Did you ever hear that song?
Yeah.
And I think he dances in that like music video. I'm not sure.
It's called DNCE. I would hope.
DNCE, right?
I would hope he dances. Yeah.
Exactly. He even has a song called Dance by DNCE. So I would hope that he dances.
Look at that. But yeah, I think we have. I don't know, camp rockers out there. I don't know if they can disagree with this list.
I don't see
it's
how.
correct.
I don't see how they could.
I think it's the most accurate.
The most accurate, certifiably rock solid list.
Now, when we go to Camp Rock 2, that's going to be interesting because there's competition there. There's actual good songs,
You're right.
like really good songs and
Yeah.
dances. The dances are
So much
even
better.
better than High School Musical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But soon enough.